we go. We are live. We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are live. And this evening here on the Huddle, I have a question for you. Are you a working class content creator who's struggling to get views on your videos and live streams? Well, this evening on the Huddle, we're going to be sharing 7 tips with you. Make sure I get the intro right. 7 tips with you on how you can get more views and grow your channel. And we're starting right now. Praise the Lord, everyone. Welcome to the Huddle. I'm your host, Walter Strong, where our goal is to help working class content creators like yourself to grow your channel, get more views, and make money online. And so if you're new here this evening, here on the Huddle Live, let me know in the chat where you're watching me from. Give me a hashtag Team Live in the chat, whether if you're watching me vertically or horizontally. If you're watching me on the YouTube feed or the vertical live stream feed, give me a hashtag Team Live in the chat. And if you're watching the replay crew, you know what to do. Give us a hashtag Team Replay in the comments section. And so, as we said, this evening, we're going to be sharing 7 tips on how to get more views on your videos, how to get more views on your live stream while you are a working class content creator working a 9-to-5 job. Because let's face it, as working class content creators, we deal with the pain points of sometimes coming home from work, exhausted, working throughout the week from Monday through Friday, and we're too tired to press record. We're too tired to be consistent, uploading content, pressing record, or going live our normal scheduled time. We can't find the time to edit faster on our content. And so to the point, we've not only burnt out as working class content creators, unfortunately, most of us have hit the YouTube crash. And so tonight, we're going to get into this topic on how do you get more views that are in line with the goals of your channel. So again, let me know in the chat where you're watching me from. Give me a hashtag Team Live. See here we got. I got Tech already in the chat already. See who else do we got here? We got Caden, Caydeen, in the chat this morning. See, I'm getting used to doing live streams in the evening. It's going to take me some time, but let's get into these 7 tips, because your time is precious, and I want to drop these jewels on you. So grab a pen, grab a pad. As you hear each point, let me know what point resonates with you. The first tip is you got to reevaluate your YouTube goals. Reevaluate your YouTube goals while you're on YouTube. Reevaluate your goals on what your channel is all about. It's important sometimes to go back and look at why we started. For some of us, maybe we started, it was a hobby, and we didn't really put any real thought into why we were on YouTube. We were just posting some content here or there. But then when we came to the realization, once we saw certain YouTube start to get some traction, and we began to see that, hey, there's an opportunity in making some money on this, some side hustle money while working a full-time job, we started to take it a little more serious. But as we understand, YouTube is a very crowded platform, and it sometimes can be difficult to stand out. Over 20 million videos are uploaded in one day. And so how do you stand out in this crowded platform? You start with reevaluating your goals. Find out what your channel is about. Have you pivoted from what you originally started and what you said you were going to do? Look at your channel. Maybe you started creating content about technology and the latest tech news and the latest gear of cameras and microphones, but now you've kind of now gotten into the lane of wanting to talk about YouTube educational content, or you've gotten more into vlogging. Go back and evaluate your goals on what this channel is about. Who is the audience, the target audience that you want to reach with your content? And how are you going to go about reaching them? Initially, maybe when you first started 5-6 years ago, YouTube Shorts wasn't around and you were just doing regular horizontal video. Or you started and YouTube Shorts came on the scene. And now we have live streaming and dual live streaming. Go back and reevaluate how you're going to reach your audience. Reach the audience and be specific in terms of the niche audience. Some people say in the niches, riches in the niches, or someone says niche. However, whatever floats your boat. Look at your goals and how you want to reach that audience. All of that is going to play an important key factor on you getting more views, even before you press record. I know it sounds old-fashioned. I know you've probably heard it once, 3, 4, 5 times before, but at the end of the day, it's still true. Because if you don't have SMART goals, you don't have specific, you don't have measurable, you don't have attainable, realistic, timely goals on your YouTube channel, all it is a wish list. All it is just a wish in the sky that you just want to put content out, hoping someone finds your content. And so look at your goals. And then we look at my next tip here. Really put some thought in the topics you want to make content about. Yes, in the past, we used to be able to just press record and get on camera and talk about what was relevant to us at that moment. And yeah, YouTube would get our content in front of viewers and we would get views, we would get subscribers. But the days of the old way of doing YouTube are way behind us now. We are living in a new day and a new age. We are dealing with a whole different type of YouTube algorithm in 2026. And we have to grow up as content creators and get off the soapbox saying that the YouTube algorithm is against us. Because it is not against us as small content creators. It is not against medium-sized content creators. It is not for only large, established YouTube creators. It is for those who want to make content for the audience that they have in mind that they want to reach. You've put the time in to research. You've took the time to, what's the word I'm looking for? Where you go back and you put some thought in all of this and what they call reverse engineer. That's what I'm looking for. You take the time to reverse engineer about what your channel is going to be about and the type of content, making relevant topics. So whether if you are using the YouTube search bar, if you're using Answer the Public, if you're using vidIQ or TubeBuddy, whatever AI tool you're looking to use, ChatGPT or BART, look at the topics that you are creating. And if the topic is not relevant, despite how important you make it think that it is for you, at the end of the day, it's for your audience. It's for your audience, whether if it's in vertical content through YouTube Shorts, whether horizontal, long form, whether if you're doing podcasts, whether if you're doing live streams, the topic has to be relevant. And if the topic is relevant, guess what? A person is going to want to click on that content that you've posted, despite how many videos. Again, 20 million videos are uploaded in a day. But when you kind of take the time on your homepage and look at some of the content that YouTube puts on your homepage, yes, you're going to see the content that's relevant and important to you, right? Because that's what YouTube sees your viewing watch history pattern. YouTube knows around 9:30 to about 11:30 at night, I like watching Comics Explained. It's a YouTube channel. They know I like watching, and they know through my watch history that I like watching, in particular, um the Avengers Secret Wars. Why? Because it's an upcoming movie that's coming out in 2026 called Avengers Doomsday, and then Avengers 2027 comes out with Secret Wars. So I take the time while I'm getting ready for bed, and I listen to it almost like an audio book on the comic version of it. But YouTube faithfully puts that content in front of me. Why? Because of my watch history. It's the same for you. Now, if I understand that as a person that's consuming content, and I'm a person also who makes content just like you have to look at the relevant topics that you're putting before your audience, so that way when they get to their homepage, they'll see your content and they'll be willing to click on it. Whether if they're in recommended, they'll see your content, click on it. Rather than suggested, rather in YouTube search. We gotta go back to the basics as content creators, especially as us as working class content creators who work a 9-to-5 job. And you know you've been dealing with burnout. You know you've been struggling and too exhausted to want to press record because you're working a full-time job, or you have a family, you have a daughter, you have a son. You got to take your daughter to recital. You got to take your son to the next Friday night football game, and you want to get home in time to be able to go live, but you're too exhausted. But you want to get more views on your content. You have to get back to the basics and look at your topics. And on top of that, you got to look at your titles. Your title and how you're titling the content. Now, a lot of this that I'm talking about, yes, it's on online video. We're going to get the live streaming. You stick with me to the end. We're going to talk about live streaming. Let me know if this is relevant to you in the chat. Normally, I will put up comments and those in the chat, but I need to get through these topics first because your time is important. And so if you hang out towards the end, then yeah, we'll pull up some comments. But I need to get to these topics for you because you have this next piece of content that you want to make, you want to publish, you want to go live with. And so you got to look at your titles. Is it compelling? Are you making titles that are compelling enough to get the viewer to click? And if the answer is no, got to go back and work on your titles. Or maybe your titles are just too flat out long. They need to be concise. But most importantly, does your title provide a benefit to the viewer? Because maybe they're looking to answer a specific question. They're dealing with a particular pain point. Are you offering them a benefit in your title where they just want some entertainment and fun by watching one of your entertaining pieces of content? And if the answer is no, then that could be a clear indication why you're not getting views. You're getting little to no views. And so, relevant topics, making better titles. And then the next point, we got to look at our thumbnails. You got to look at the thumbnail because think about this. If you're a person who has Netflix, if you are a person who has Amazon Prime, if you are a person who has Disney Plus, when you go to look for a particular movie, you begin to look at action and adventure. You look at drama, the category, and then you look at the thumbnail of the movie. Again, because I'm a Marvel fan and I watch Marvel movies, I'm going to look at the thumbnail for the Thunderbolts that was just recently out. Or I'm going to look at the thumbnail of the Fantastic Four. But you know what always grabs me the most? The movies, the top 3 movies that grab me the most in considering and in watching them. 1 is Captain America. 2, The Winter Soldier. 2, Avengers Endgame. 3, Black Panther, the first movie. Why? Because of the poster, or if you will, the digital thumbnail. It's eye-catching to me. It's appealing to me. And that's a lesson that we can learn from streaming platforms in terms of how they position their content. And if our thumbnails, if we're not going back to school, and rather if you want to use ChatGPT, if you want to use some type of AI tool, whatever you want to use, Canva, we need to go back to school as content creators and learn how to make better thumbnails. And again, if you are a content creator who works 9 to 5 and you're just like, Walter, I just don't have the time to be able to get my thumbnails at the level it needs to be. Maybe you may need to outsource them and go to Fiverr. Okay, there's no shame in that. And you put the money aside to be able to work on your thumbnail, get some thumbnails, some quality thumbnails. And the result, you will start to see more views starting to increase on your videos, on your live streams. Hey, if you're getting great value out of this episode here on the Huddle on how to get more views, do me a favor, click the like button for me. Whether if you're watching me vertically or horizontally, give me a thumbs up. Share this on your favorite platform, vertically or horizontal. And if you are new to the Huddle and you've gotten great value so far, hey, click the subscribe button for you, because we're guaranteeing you, we are committed to help you to get more views, grow your channel, and make money online. Which brings me to, we talked about goals. We've talked about relevant topics. We talked about titles. We talked about thumbnails. Okay, now the person has clicked on the video. Okay, man, we've gotten the click. But when they click on the video, the goal is for them not just to watch one video. The goal is to keep them watching more videos. And so the opening hook becomes so relevant and important. It becomes so relevant and important to grab their attention and deliver on the value proposition on what the title and the thumbnail promised them. The opening hook is going to be the key to get them to watch the video, not just in the first 9 seconds, but to say, hey, I'm going to continue and keep watching this video throughout. And so the hook transitions to maybe the storytelling that you're doing, or hitting the points that you need to make, which segues into the next point, where you just get to the point. Get right to the point and say, hey, here is why this video is going to help you to solve this problem that you're dealing with. I shared a couple of live streams ago. My wife came to me and she said, honey, my screen on my phone is frozen and I can't shut it down. And I remember dealing with this issue once before, but I couldn't remember how I did it. So I popped into YouTube and say, iPhone 13 phone screen is frozen. How do you get it unfroze? And the first video that popped up, the title was looking for what I was looking for, had a decent, respectable thumbnail. It was a video that seemed to be very relevant. Clicked on it, solved my problem. Phone got fixed. I'm the man in the house because my wife appreciates her husband's quick thinking, because the title, the topic, and the thumbnail helped to serve a problem that I had with me, because it got to the point. Now, if that content creator could do that, how about you? How about you? Look at your last 10 videos. And what I've just described to you, for your audience and your viewers, are you doing that for them? And if the answer is no, and hey, we stand not in the tent of judgment or condemnation and say, oh, woe is you are back. Hey, look, it's about encouraging one another. It's about teaching one another. It ain't about trying to get sub for sub, hug for hug. or just talk about, hey, we want to unite small content creators, working content creators, and just talk about a bunch of garbage on a live stream that is not relevant. Your time is too important and too precious for me to be wasting your time. Even those three who are right now in the live that the feed is telling me, whether if you're horizontal or vertically, your time is too precious. It's too important for me to be wasting that. It's about giving you important topics. And so, thumbnails, open hook, get to the point. Which brings me to my last one. And all of these points I've given you tonight speak about online video. But now, even in live streaming, you've ever done those live streams where you're like, man, I appreciate my replay viewers, and I appreciate the viewers live in the chat, 30 to 40 views at the end of the day of a live stream, and you don't really take the time to repurpose the content to make it into horizontal videos or shorts or things like that because you're a little too discouraged because you've just not seen the potential of getting more views. Now dual live streaming is now on the scene where me and you now can go live stream horizontal or vertical. Now, me being on StreamYard, it's more user friendly, and it fits my needs in being able to do a live stream. So I know I have limited control. If I want to put a slide presentation, it may not fit in well on the vertical side. But if you are a Mac user, like Tech Troublemaker in the chat, maybe you want to go with Ecamm because it gives you more control in terms of creating scenes. Or if you're a person who doesn't mind putting things together and taking things apart, maybe OBS is your jam. Whatever platform you decide to choose, whether OBS, StreamYard, which is a web-based browser, or you being primarily a Mac user and you want to go with Ecamm, you pick the one that fits your needs. Me, I go with StreamYard because I'm more of a web-based content creator and I have a PC. So StreamYard fits my needs so I can go live stream. And this is just my second dual live stream. And I kind of like the results that I got from last night. And I said, hey, let's go live again based on some of the initial results that we saw. And so now we have the potential of getting more views through our live streams by dual live streaming. Or again, because horizontal sometimes with shows can be very structured, have a run of show. Vertically live streaming can be more relaxed, where it gives you more of that deeper connection where you just don't horizontal live stream if you just want to go individually. And whether if you want to do it strict through YouTube or if you want to do it through, again, some like a platform like StreamYard. And if you're thinking about trying StreamYard, hey, link is in the description where you can be able to believe they give you the first 14 days to the first month free. Hey, try the link in the description. The bottom line is you want to get more views. And when I talk about getting more views, I think I need to give this caveat, this clarification. You want more views, but you want quality views. I'll say that again. You want more views. I want more views, but we want quality views. It's like you being a full-time business owner and people come into your place of business to shop, and they just kind of come around to look and see what your store is about, you know, what type of merchandise or products you're offering, what type of services you know, products you're selling, services you're offering. And so they come in and they come in and they go. But the viewers that you really want are the ones that come in and purchase your products. If you are a business owner, the viewers that you want are the one that kind of purchase your service. The one that fits your ideal avatar, your target audience for your live streams, for your online videos. That's the video. So though you may get a ton of views, You may get a subscriber here or there. It goes back to the goal, evaluating why you are on YouTube. In the interest of time, because we've been flying through this, let's talk about some common mistakes on why we are not getting views. I know we went on some points on how to get views, but let's talk about some common mistakes, especially if you are new to YouTube. One, look at your YouTube banner. If you don't have a YouTube banner, or if you have a YouTube banner that's very ambiguous, that's just very weird, and it tells me as the viewer who's on your channel for the first time nothing about what your channel is about, chances is I'm going to bounce. Chances is if you go to a channel like that, you're going to bounce. The next thing is, look at your profile picture. Do you got a profile picture up there? Or do you just have your first initial of R because of Google, your name being Reginald, and it puts R? And you have this weird banner or no banner at all. And the person clicked on your channel and they're like, what is this? They bounce. Is your YouTube name hard to remember? It's hard to remember that if they try to find you in search, they can't even find you. Or you have a regular personal name is Mary Smith, and the person goes and tries to find you, and they find 20 Mary Smiths, and they can't find you. Guess what? You're going to lose the potential of getting people to watch your content. So fixing the common mistake about your YouTube banner, fixing the common mistake about your YouTube profile, the common mistake of your YouTube name. If you have created content and your channel is not organized to be like most recent videos, playlists, most popular videos, the For You videos, the section for your YouTube shorts, if you create shorts, and then if you have 2 or 3 playlists of recent content, if you don't have a place and if you don't have it organized, goes back to my point, just like Disney Plus or Netflix or Amazon Prime, guess what? If I'm trying to find the latest movie for action adventures or action thrillers, and I want to watch Jason Bourne, Bourne Supremacy, or Bourne Ultimatum, and I can't find it, and they got it in the comedy section, guess what? I'm gonna bounce. You're gonna bounce. So making sure that your YouTube channel is set up properly. These are some common mistakes that I see, and I'm quite sure you've seen throughout your journey on YouTube, where the channel is just not set up. And then yes, sometimes you do come across some channels that it's just everything what we talked about, and you're like, man, how is it that this person got all these views and I got my little 20 to 30? Okay. Again, sometimes you're going to have those outliers. You're going to have those one-offs. But then when you look at the rest of their content and you look at in terms of their amount of videos or amounts of subscribers, I question then, how did you go about getting those views? Because again, not all views are good views, especially if they're kind of gotten and obtained in a questionable way. And so you don't want to adopt someone's bad habits or bad practices. And so in summary, we've talked about reevaluating your YouTube goals, looking at your topics, looking at your titles, looking at your thumbnails, looking at, your opening hook, getting to the point, being able to not only get to the point, but even taking advantage of dual live streams, looking at some common mistakes that we may be making and what improvements we need to make. These are basic practices that we can all apply in our content creation journey. Because again, YouTube, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. But with each piece of content, we got to get 1% better so that we are making an impact in a viewer's life, not just for today, but for weeks, months, and years to come. There are some YouTube videos that are around the individuals no longer living, but their videos are still relevant and still important today. That's the type of content you want to make. Hey, if you've gotten great value out of this episode here on the Huddle, do me a favor, click the like button for me. Give me a thumbs up. Share this on your favorite social media platform. And if you want to grow your channel, get more views, and make money online, hey, subscribe to the Huddle and be a part of the conversation. I see quite a bit of viewers here in the chat. Appreciate that. Tech, hit that like button. That's right. Hit that like button. So I'm just kind of going through some of the comments here. Okay, I appreciate the emojis. I appreciate it. All right. We got here Mr. Abel Adaman. Good evening. So glad you're here to the Huddle for the first time. I pray that you've gotten great value out of what we shared this evening. Again, Mr. Caden on YouTube, thank you for being a part of the Huddle this evening, one of the first ones that were on. Boom. And so in the coming weeks, I think probably I believe we have 5 Fridays this month. I could be wrong, either the 4th or the 5th Fridays. If you are in the chat this evening, and I'm thinking about doing a YouTube channel review for us as working class content creators, small content creators. So if you think that's something that you're interested in being a part of, where you want to get your channel reviewed, we'll put more information in the community tab. So you just give us your feedback. I'll have that posted tomorrow. And so if you're listening to me tonight and you want to be able to get a channel review on your channel, no charge whatsoever, but you want some relevant and important information that's going to help you to take your YouTube channel to the next level, let us know if you think you want to be able to get a free YouTube channel review. So that's definitely something we're going to be looking to do in this month. And then we're going to get back to bringing guests on the Huddle. So we're starting our preliminary looking at bringing on YouTube guests. And so those of you who are in the chat, we've been fortunate to bring on established YouTube content creators who've had over 100,000 subscribers to 500,000 subscribers, over 1 million views. We brought on Benji Travis, the co-author of YouTube Secrets. That live stream is on the channel, so check it out. We've brought on Dan Courier, a man who has a silver play button, has over 100,000 subscribers. We brought on Denise Jordan. We've brought some big name YouTubers. But the YouTubers, the content creators I really like to bring on? You. Just me and you. Individuals just like me and you who can relate, who can encourage one another. So we're going to put that in the comment section. And all I ask is you got to be comfortable being on camera. That means you got to be willing to turn the camera on. You got to be able to have good audio. Got to be able to have some good lighting. And you got to have a quiet space where we can have a conversation on how we can get better together. So that's some of the things that we are working on in the month of April and the months to come. And so with that said, again, I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank Tech for moderating in the chat for me and kind of being a moderator for me and helping me out because I'm as I'm learning in real time, dual live streaming gives you a more broader reach in the vertical live stream as well. And so appreciate individuals just popping in and out. Appreciate that. But as we kind of do this more consistently, from what I've learned from other content creators, the more you get more consistent at this, more individuals are going to show up. So at some point, I know I'm going to get some moderators here in the chat. So we're going to go ahead and bring this train into the station. And so again, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here on the huddle with me. Get here. There we go, media. And so again, we want you to enjoy your Friday evening and have a great weekend. We'll see you. I'm thinking about going live tomorrow, testing more of this dual live stream. So I will see if we will go live again. I'll let you know, check the community tab. If not, we'll definitely look to go live again Tuesday or Thursday, because we got to get more consistent with this as well. And the more we're doing it, the more people will get more aware and want to be a part of the Huddle. So have a good evening. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.